Have you ever wanted to go to the range, but you didn't want to get out of your chair? Did you ever want to shoot something in your house, but not get your wife pissed off at you? Have I got a deal for you? Introducing the SIRT Training Pistol. Now, SIRT stands for Shot Indicating Resetting Trigger, which is kind of cool. Fits in all of your normal holsters. So this Glock version will fit your standard 17 holsters. You can also fit different attachments on it. It does have your standard pick rail up here, so you can clip whatever lights. I've got the TLR1 HL here, but accepts Glock magazines as well, although they're a little bit stickier to get in than the standard training one that does drop free pretty well. But this is a great little training pistol. Hey guys, we've got the SIRT pistol here. This is a pretty cool training gun. This one's modeled after the Glock. It's got a really nice trigger feel to it. Now the whole thing behind it, the whole concept behind this is that you get the muscle memory and you get exercise pulling the trigger with the reset. I know that dry firing is like, one of the most preferred methods of getting your trigger control, but problem is once you dry fire, you have to rack your slide to get that reset, let it out, and then squeeze again. So with this, you can keep both hands on the gun. You don't have to pull one off, re-grip, re-side align, things like that. This is ready to go right out of the box. This is a really cool setup. It's got kind of two functions here. So you'll notice on my hand here, this is your take-up indicator. So as soon as my finger touches the trigger, we've got our take-up indicator. And then as I squeeze back, you'll see the shot. Okay, now when I let off completely, you'll see both lasers go away. The point is to keep your indicator on, fire your shot, and keep your indicator on, so you're not fully releasing the trigger and slapping it. So this really helps you with trigger control. Also, you're going to notice that as you're firing towards a wall or something like that, if you're getting this kind of bounce, you're squeezing your trigger too hard and you're jerking the gun. So a lot of guys, when they start shooting, they're shooting low left if they're right-handed or low right if they're left-handed. It's because they're squeezing down on the trigger and anticipating recoil. So what this does is it helps you kind of break those bad habits. You get into better sight picture, better trigger control. Really cool trainer. I started doing the math on this, right? I was like, these things are a little bit under 200 bucks. Kind of expensive for a training pistol. A lot of guys are saying 200 bucks, I can go buy a bunch of ammo for that. But when you think about it, if we're talking about 9mm, say you go to, Wally World and you get 100 rounds for like 25 bucks, right? You go through 100 rounds, 200 rounds at the range. You got drive time there. You got gas, right? You got to go out of your way. Then yeah, you get 100, 200 rounds, and then it's maybe a month before you get to go back out there. So all of that skill that you built up, shooting, we all know, is a diminishing skill. So, if you don't have practice consistently, you can absolutely watch your progress fall off the back. So the thing I like about this is you can shoot around your house. You can lay in bed and shoot at the TV. You can shoot at light switches. You can even practice clearing rooms in your house. So if you do want to be prepared for something going bump in the night, this is a great way to do it rather than walk around the house with a Glock and your wife gets up to go get a cup of water and sees you with a gun and freaks out. Other cool thing about this, it's got a realistic magazine. It's weighted, feels about like a loaded magazine, so you can practice your magazine inserts, drop freeze. They do sell extra magazines for it, although it does take a standard Glock mag. The Glock mag is really tight in here and won't drop free. You actually have to pull it out. This one does drop pretty easily. One thing I'd like to see on it is a slide. It would be really cool if they were able to incorporate a slide where you can rack it back to get that feel. But for the most part, for under 200 bucks, you can save a boatload of ammunition and time by not going to your range. You can also turn off that indicator so that it's just your shot. Little switch on the top here, turns it back on. And then the lasers are alignable or you can dial them in. So there's little settings just like a normal optic where you can take an Allen and tighten them or loosen them to get your laser where it's supposed to go. But I had this for a couple days. I've been playing with it around the house. I can't even count the number of times I've pulled the trigger. I guess it's probably in the very high hundreds, probably 700, 800, something like that. And if I think about how much time and energy and resources that would have been to do that same 800 trigger pulls at the range, it would have added up really quickly going through live ammo. So I think this is a fantastic little pistol. I think this is a great trainer. This is something that might be really good to teach kids firearm safety and fundamentals, keeping that finger off the trigger, you know, slow sight picture, take up, squeeze, you know, and then reset. So I highly recommend this thing, and for under 200 bucks, you're gonna make it back in ammo in no time. So make sure you check it out. We got them on gearyouneed.com, so cruise over there. But again, there's a couple different models. They're actually making CDs now that come with them, and apps that you can download and put on your computer and stuff, to where you can set up targets around the house and it'll actually give you like the sound of steel hitting. So, you know, you fire at something and if you hit it, it'll clang off your computer speakers. So that's kind of cool. Those are the upgraded models. Again, this is just the base model here. But again, really, really cool trainer. You guys should definitely check it out. It's going to save you a lot of money in the long run when it comes to ammo, and give you a lot more practice so you don't have that skill diminish. Thanks for checking us out, guys. See you next time on the Bullet Points.